Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode on 539. So today we are at a historic cemetery. It appears to be named the Huntertown Cemetery after Huntertown, Indiana. I'm not 100% positive if that is the historic name. We have been here one time before and found some really historic graves with like gigantic some sort of animal holes, I'm assuming. Probably groundhogs. It would probably be the best guess, at least around this area. But yeah, I wanted to do a little bit more looking around. We've done a couple interesting videos in this area, actually. I did do an infrared exploration of this cemetery once, and that was a really interesting episode too, so make sure to check that out. I'll see if I can link it in either the description or at the end of the video here. But at any rate, I wanted to check out some of the things that we missed last time and do a little bit deeper dive into the edges of the cemetery where we did find the holes, but I'm not sure that we checked the entire line for lost graves or any other types of hidden things. Who knows, maybe we'll find another geocache. But yeah, let's check it out and see what else we can find here. Alright, I did want to go straight forward here. I was going to head towards the back initially, but I wanted to look at this real quick. There is some very interesting damage right here, and you can kind of see how many chunks this particular stone is in, and I'm not sure the story behind it, but it seems like it probably was hit by something. You can even see a small little piece right there, and then another chunk right underneath. So very interesting. And even up at the top there are some real signs that something hit it, and I can't tell. It may have been that there used to be a tree here. I am seeing roots down on the ground. You can see right here there are tree roots, and it looks like they might have cut something out of here at one point, and maybe that's exactly what happened here. And something fell, hit it, and it came down and landed just like that, because it seems somewhat unlikely that it's vandalism to me. If you disagree with that, let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to hear any theories. And it's very, very hard to read this. I'm gonna have to try and interpret it later. Okay, I got a little bit of it now. It looks like September 26th of 1876. And I'm having a hard time with the name other than the last name of Beardsley. Very cool name though. And these obviously would be the initials of the family here. And a pretty historic place so far. We have a Theodore Hatch, it looks like, here from 1882. And looks like the police are already doing rounds over in the newer section. See if they come over here. It's going to be interesting to try and make it around my car here. So hopefully they don't try to pull through. Just for the sake of, I really don't want to move my car, and it's going to be a huge hassle. This is Lucy Hillegas's massive headstone here, and there is a nearby road named Hillegas Road, and I'm assuming it is probably named after the family. And you see right here is Jerry Hillegas and Willie Hillegas. Really historic. 1878 to 1880 for Jerry, and then 1881 to, okay, 1881, so that must have been a child there. So, pretty prominent family in the area. I don't know a whole lot about them. I'll have to look up some information and maybe see if I can add something in after the fact here and let you all know the significance of the family. But the only thing that I've ever seen in connection is the road. So again, not 100% positive what the historical significance is. And then here we have another fairly large one. Kind of hard to read. I'm not sure if there's inscriptions on this side or if maybe it's only on one side. You can definitely see Sarah J. Stall there, 1850 something to, it almost looks like 1933. I'm not sure. It made me think 1888 at first, but I think it's 1933. And then a couple little things to the side. One of them, I'm not really sure. This, I think, if I'm not, I hate it when people do this. I think this is a geocache. And I hate it when people use, it's really kind of disrespectful to use that. But yeah, it's for sure a little geocache. Be interesting. Because the police officer definitely can see me doing this over here. But I think we're going to place it over in that little hole in the street here, because I have a real problem with people putting these and using the graves as hiding spaces. I think it's very disrespectful. So I am not going to shove that back in somebody's headstone. So if anybody gets mad at that, sorry, but not sorry. So you can see some of the information here. I might have to blur some of that out. Looks like maybe a little logbook here. I'm almost wondering if one of these people that live around here, because there's like a huge amount of housing additions like all the way around. It makes me wonder if the person that hid this over here maybe lives nearby. So Burlington, New Jersey, Dayton, Ohio. Let's see, how long can I sit at this one place before he gets suspicious and comes over here and is like, what the heck are you doing? So, pretty interesting. Glastonbury, Connecticut, Missouri. This is a well visited cache. Very interesting. And then I'm not 100% if it has, oh yeah, it does have other stuff. So they've placed like a little baggie in here. I don't know what it is. I see. It's a stamp. It's a rubber stamp with a drum on it. Okay, we'll put that back. There's no actual pencil or anything to sign it. Looks like you have to bring your own. And so that is the end of our geocache journey. At least this particular one. I usually find them hiding in the trees. But we're gonna put this over here in this tree instead. So it's in a slightly more respectful place. So you can see that. Just fits right in there. A little bit sticking out as per the rules. And yeah, if I ever look suspicious in front of a police officer, it's definitely right now. Strange man in cemetery wearing camo puts hidden cash into a tree. But that's okay. Not like he couldn't pull it out, or they couldn't pull it out and see what it is. So here we have another really hard to read one, and very unfortunate because you can see they have left a very long inscription of poetry, sometimes Bible verses, other spiritual or should I say religious text or whatever, and so unfortunate. It looks like it's 1860 for the date of birth, and 1911 is my best guess, at least from just kind of eyeballing it and looking at the screen. And then down here we have two that are completely unreadable, which is kind of unfortunate. And we're close. Over in this direction here is where I found the very interesting grave where they listed the husband's name as Philander. Now, Philander is a name. However, at the time that the person was alive, it was not a very popular name and was often used to refer to men who had cheated on their spouse. And oddly, she is not not buried next to her husband. She is buried next to her father, which made me wonder, having listed on the grave the story of, who she was married to, and then specifically calling him that and choosing not to be buried next to him, tells me kind of a very interesting story. So here we have the grave of, looks like it says, errand. I thought it said friend. Oh, maybe it does say friend. Friend Dunton. I wonder if that's a religious thing referring to the fact that maybe they were a Quaker. I know that, I believe that Quaker churches are known as Friends churches sometimes. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I believe that is the correct association. And it doesn't look like there's any other writing here. So we'll move on that one. Then we have, it looks like another family section with a very large obelisk marker here in the center. And this one is for the Perry family. Another very historic one, 1852 to 1933. So was definitely somebody that grew up during the Civil War and probably was old enough to really remember it and to remember maybe reading about it. And there's a mystery stone right here. I'm not sure that it's actually associated or if it's maybe been moved over time. It's kind of interesting because I don't think whatever I found over there, I'm not sure that's associated with the official geocache site. It looks like it's a different thing. So it'll be interesting to kind of look up some of that information. And then another one here for 1884. So, whoa, quite some time that looks like Jay here outlived them. So, very interesting. Alright, see what we can find here along the edges And actually, that's interesting. I'm sure that's probably something recent here that was placed as a decoration. Probably shouldn't be right there, but I don't see a trash can offhand. So, probably gonna have to wait and see if I can find a proper receptacle. Very clear writing on this one. Let's see, 1849 to 1889, and I'm assuming based on that there must be another date on the other side here. No, interesting. That's weird. So that is the wife of J. Holiday, which is weird because there's a similar named campground not too far from here, but it's not spelled with an A. So that's interesting. He's not listed. Maybe that one actually fell over, because it does look like there's space. You can see that in between, it looks like there's not quite as much space on the right side as there is on the left here. So I'm wondering if maybe something happened and it fell over and is actually buried back there for some reason. Well, not for some reason, but due to the very obvious reasons. Okay, let's I'm not sure which way we really should go at this point. Actually, we'll just walk up to the fence here, because there's some really interesting ones here. It's like this is Cynthia J. Carr, wife of J.A. Dunton, born Seneca County, New York, 1829. And then it looks like passed March 11th, 1857. That's very interesting. Let's go back over here real quick.